How important is it for Spurs to win tonight? Embarrassed at the weekend. The manager says he always wins in his second year. I know the Champions League is the focus tonight, but Spurs can't afford to lose tonight, can they? Against Coventry. They can't afford it.
Piss of Tottenham Hotspur. First of all, I'm going to call out the whole Spurs fan base. One thing that I got right 100% last season is Tottenham Hotspur. I told the whole world. I came here when Spurs won 6-7 games on the bounce. I told you they're lucky. I told you that this will get found out soon. And now all the Spurs fans are saying the same shit that Don Hussam said a year later. I love it. I love it. This Tottenham Hotspur downfall is expected. Tottenham, even my partner, footy judge Mo, was gaslighting the Spurs fans. And then Mo, for the first time ever, he doesn't believe in like outer force motives when it comes to football.
No, I don't.
Mo came back at the end of the season. He's like, you know what, guys? Maybe this Spurs thing is true. It's a thing. And then you look at this transfer window. And if you want to talk football, this transfer window is like self-sabotage for Tottenham Hotspur. I think if us three got in a room and were paid as much money by Tottenham Hotspur to make footballing decisions, I believe we would have made better footballing decisions for Tottenham than they would have done for themselves. I mean, Bergvall, Archie Gray, players like that, spending money on players like that. I mean, you could have easily gotten Manu Kone. You could have actually gotten a lot of good players to come in and make this team better for a lot cheaper even. And they spent a whole lot of money on youth projects, stuff like that. Solanke, 65 million, you know, maybe he'll come good. Perhaps he'll come good. We don't know. He might start scoring goals. But if Ange Postecoglou wins even a Carabao Cup with this Tottenham Hotspur side, I think they need to give him a statue. I think they need to give him a statue outside the stadium because he finally ended their drought. But Spurs ain't winning shit. And Ainge is going to be the scapegoat, just like Mourinho was the scapegoat, just like Conte was the scapegoat. If you want to feel, honestly, the reason why Spurs are in this position, I invite you all, after the stream, go watch Antonio Conte's press conference when he called out the owners and he called out Daniel Levy. And that's just the truth of the matter. People... Even Henry did it on the match reaction and stuff. People who say Ainge out and all that type of stuff, and listen, they're entitled to their opinion. But Ainge did show you in a sample size that he could get it fixed. He could get it done. He could take Spurs to the next level. The problem is the transfers and not taking it seriously. That's my honest opinion.
I actually was asked by Henry yesterday on the show, right? Mo, well, how do you think? Yeah, I'm not gonna guess. How do you think it can be fixed? I told him for the first time, I actually said, I actually don't know. You know, Egyptians don't say we don't know. But I told him, I actually don't know. I said, I don't know. Because you tried the youth development coach in Pochettino. You tried back in the days, you know, Harry Redknapp with Gareth Bale and Peter Crouch and Aaron and all these guys.
You know who's the guy that won them the trophy, Mo? Juan de Ramos.
Juan de Ramos, yes, I think back before I read.
How long ago it was.
You tried two of the most pragmatist coach in the world, Antonio Conte and Jose Mourinho. You tried one of the most like now progressive coach and it's not working. I don't know. It has to be something in the DNA of the club. It has to be when people go to the club, they don't believe in winning. Because I don't know, like imagine if you try every single, and don't tell me the structure, by the way. They spent a lot of money. Van de Ven is a good signing. Udoga is a good signing. Pedro Porro is a good signing. Madison was supposedly a good signing. Solanke is a good signing. So you have good signing. And but we signed Brennan Johnson. Well, Arsenal also signed Fabio Vieira and Nuno Tavares and Kivior. No one gets all the signings right. But I don't know what is the problem. I don't know what is the problem.
Ask you a question. Do you think Spurs could become the next Leeds?
No, never.
Why?
They have so much money and the stadium is so good. And they have Rihanna in the stadium. They do like NFL and they do stuff in the stadium. They will never become that. I'm being serious. Do you believe Man United can go down and be Leeds? Why not?
No, because Man United spend money.
Do you know the Spurs spend more money than Man United over the past 5 years?
No, they didn't spend more than Man United over the last 5 years. They spent
over the last 2 or 3 years since Ainge is there. So
yes, but that's what I'm saying. It's not even Ainge's fault. It's the people making the transfer decisions' fault.
Bro, they had good
You
players.
see how much
they
they paid
signed
for
good players.
Bergvall and Archie Graymo?
Yeah, I don't understand this, but I don't know what is that.
55 million. Come on now.
I genuinely think that if Spurs take themselves out of the top 6, I think they will be a better football club. They don't deserve to be a top 6 club. They shouldn't be a top 6. They should be top 5. I'm genuinely serious. Terry should change the show. I think it will be better if Terry changed the show to the top 5 show. I think so. Genuinely speaking, that's no banter.
You know, get a Newcastle and a guy that pretends he supported Newcastle.
Guys, I'm gonna tell you guys something. Newcastle are gonna win a trophy before Spurs.
Oh my God.
If you ask me today who's closer to winning the Premier League, right? Newcastle or Spurs? Newcastle. Newcastle are. Someone tell me otherwise. Someone in the chat. Listen, there's over 3,000 people here. Tell me in the chat one name only. Who's closer to winning the Premier League? I'm not saying either of them will win it. If you were to bet today on one of these two teams to win the Premier League in the next 20 years, if time is infinite, which club? Just tell me. Spurs or Newcastle? I'd say Newcastle. I wouldn't say.
Yeah, give us one word answers in the chat.
One word answer. Newcastle or Spurs? Newcastle. So why are Spurs in the top 6? We know that Spurs aren't winning the Champions League. We know that. For the foreseeable future, Tottenham Hotspur are not winning the Champions League. We know that. So what are they winning? An FA Cup? Maybe here and there. A Carabao Cup? So why are Spurs in the top 6? Give me one good reason. I need someone in the chat. One of the Spurs fans, with all due respect, present me a reasonable argument why Spurs in the top 6 today. Why? There is no reason for that.
There is no reason.
But basically, Spurs...
Big stadium.
Spurs replaced Everton in the 2000s. The Everton Cup. Basically, that's what happened. Everton Cup in the 2000s. That is what happened. There is no reason for Spurs.
Are you seeing the downfall of Everton?
I love it. Sean Dyche and Everton. But Newcastle so I believe Newcastle within the next 3 years will take over from Spurs.
I think Newcastle will get top 4 this season. Why? I don't think why we're looking forward so much.
Bro, I think.
Remember when I told you from the start of the season, Newcastle 1 game a week, they're gonna get top 4. I promise.
I'm telling you, if the media stop talking about Spurs, they will fall out of the top 6 sooner than what we think there is. Just because of Sky Sports and beIN Sports and Football Terrace and myself and Osam and in Al we have Jacob, I got Will. You know what I mean? There is people that talk about Spurs. By the way, if we stop talking about Spurs, there won't be top 6. There won't be because we talk about them. Big up Henry, Will, Jacob, and all the Spurs content creators. I don't think.
So you're not mentioning Kate on purpose?
And Kate as well. Okay, big up Kate.
Me, I'll say big up Jim. Big up Jim, my guy. You have to handle Kate 24/7. Big up to you, Jim.
Kate, Jim. Like, I'm sorry if I forgot some names.
Jim,
but with all due respect, I don't think Spurs are relevant in this equation. They aren't.
You know, I get where Mo is coming from. The only thing is, like, Spurs became a global club because of Pochettino and because of Heung-min Son and other people. Now they've got people who support them worldwide and shit like that. You know, I think Spurs need to get Expressions and pay him a whole lot of money because Expressions is probably the reason why like 50,000 people support Spurs around the world.
100%. If
I think Spurs need to pay Expressions. I'll be so honest with you. If I'm in Daniel Levy's place, I'm calling Expressions. I'm telling him, listen, here you go. Here's 500 grand. You're making us a global brand. You know, just people know about him, bro. Listen, Spurs are a nothing club, but Spurs' thing is my thing is the following. Look, someone's coming to Spurs trying to change you in age. Give him the tools, bro. Give him the tools. That's all I ask for. I cannot believe that myself, Mo, and Terry could actually genuinely make a better transfer window than the one Spurs just made. And we're nothing but football, FIFA experts on all that shit that people like to say in the chat. So we're only that, and we could still, you know, make a better transfer window. I you know, if I didn't know any better, I thought that they're doing sabotage to their own football club because it makes no sense.
No, I don't understand Spurs, and I don't. If it wasn't for Expressions and the rest of the content creators, I don't think we would be talking about Spurs at all. They are relevant only when they play Arsenal. They are relevant because. By the way, Harry Kane made the club relevant. if it wasn't for Harry Kane, I don't think they would have a global support. Genuinely.
No,
I don't
Son,
think
you
it
mean.
would-
East Asia.
Young Men's Son, they have supporters in Asia and in South Korea. Harry Kane is the reason why the club is relevant. I'm serious. Seriously, the club is relevant because of Harry Kane, because of his
You know what
goals.
it
And
is?
because
I think they need to make this is what they need to do. They need to let Daniel Levy be in charge of the finances because he's actually good at it, and let a footballing man make footballing decisions.
and
Because
Deji
if
as
so,
well. Deji made them.
Deji.
Bro,
Like,
Deji was on every single show. After, just because Deji says outrageous stuff, like, but it's fine. I like it. You do it. Do it. But the reality is, your club aren't serious, and you aren't winning anything soon. You aren't. You're not gonna win anything. And by the way, I don't care about if they win an FA Cup or a Carabao Cup. I don't care.
You don't, but they do. Listen, they're starving. They're trying.
They do, I know, but that doesn't change anything.
Respectfully, me, you, and Terry don't know this feeling. Like, I'm telling you, they're starving. When Liverpool were crap, even at least us, we picked up a Carabao Cup, an FA Cup, a Europa League, some shit on the way. You know, they haven't picked up shit, Mo. Telling you right now, you just don't understand.
Man United fans think it's a banter era. Banter era is not when you win Europa Leagues and cups and pick up stuff. That's not banter era, bro.
Yeah, I've always. That's why I've always found it. It's why
100 Spurs fans on the stream and ask them, would you take a Carabao Cup? They'd all shake your hand. Dead ass.